Beautiful morning. Well, we almost quit this sheep farming experiment, this farming after 50 experiment already. That's just the honest truth. You didn't see that in my last farming after 50 video, but now I'm going to share a little more of the truth, a little inside. The money question, the family pressures, and the loss that almost broke us. Stick around and we'll get into it. Well, those of you new here, I'm Kyle from Triple H Farms here in Middle Tennessee. 5 years ago, I started raising sheep, and this year, I decided to get serious about profitability. And 3 months back, I posted a video about starting a farm after 50 years old, since I'm over 50. And it just kind of took off. I think it really resonated with people. And hundreds of comments about folks dreaming of the same thing. Some folks doing the same thing, some real inspirational videos or real inspirational comments for me, just about folks my age and considerably older, to be honest, that are doing this kind of work and much harder work. So I really appreciate that. So while I tackled chores this morning, I thought I'd have you tag along and I'll share what really happened since that first video. The money, the family piece, and the one night that almost had me quit this whole experiment already. So hang around, we'll get into it. You ready, buddy? Let's get to work. So let's talk about the first thing. The first one everyone asks about is, can you make money farming after 50? Well, the short answer is maybe. Long answer is treat it like a business. And I've shared with my business plan with you, and you can get a link to a free one down here in the below in the description. But our reality is we're about 10,000 deep into infrastructure and use so far this year, and we're only expecting about $2,000 in revenue. So even quick math for me, that's about an $8,000 hole. Not fun, but realistic. Next year, I'm aiming for about $12,000 in revenue, almost a break-even point. I'm hoping to make that first dollar like my goal states, through some better grazing, some smarter timing, and hopefully having a good lambing season. But obviously not enough to quit your day job. I'm lucky to have a pension and some savings that helps me learn without betting the farm. If you're just starting out, buy used. Keep overhead lean and know your markets. Track your numbers like you would any business. Folks have commented about how much money it takes to get involved in farming. It takes a lot of money to get involved in any business. So again, one last time, if you want to see a business plan template that'll help you think about timeliness, cash flow, and your why, check out the link in the description. Hey, bud. It's one of our little barn cats. Keeps all the rodents out of our food, our chicken feed, and our sheep feed. Next, your family might not get it, so let's talk about that. So when I told my wife I wanted to take farming seriously this year, she said, after a lot of thought, I love you. I think you're nuts, but go figure it out. Those are some hard talks. Let's get into that. Let me feed this ewe. Hey girl, get you some food. This ewe had foot rot. First time I'd experienced that. So she's been in here for a couple weeks staying dry, surviving on hay and a little bit of supplement, until she's just now started to put a little bit of pressure on that foot again. So she'll be going back out with the flock after this next rain we have in the forecast. So at least she's going out on dry pasture. So those are the hard talks: money, time, risk, and they'll challenge you on what you thought through. What helped us over my past 5 years, and this year especially, were the results, not the debate back and forth, but just showing up every day, showing I'm taking it seriously. And over time, that trust starts to replace the early skepticism. If your family's hesitant, listen to them. They're going to see some blind spots that you don't. Trust me. Use their doubts to sharpen your plan. Kip, here. 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 Lie down. Good. I'm chasing a dream, though the odds These days I still mess up, clearly, but I also know what it feels like to build something real. The night that tested almost everything's coming up. Now for the hardest part. So last spring we lost 2 ewes during lambing. You may have saw that if you watched one of my prior videos, or if you haven't, certainly check out our lambing video. I thought I'd done everything right, or thought I had. We still lost them. Standing in the barn that morning at 5 a.m., Christy helping me, we both wondered if we just made a mistake. Chasing the stream, not feeling like we knew what we needed to know. It really shook us. It shook me. And when I had to pull those dead lambs, that really shook me. But loss teaches faster than success, to be honest. And we learned a great deal from that lambing season. So here's what that night changed for us. How we plan. I can't beat that drum enough. You need to plan this out. It shouldn't be shooting from the hip here. If you're serious about starting a farm, then take it serious. These basics matter. Start smaller than you think. 1 acre, 2 ewes. Use a part of your land, not all of your property. Learn first. Bootstrap smart. Used gear like we talked about. Be considerate of how much investment you're making. Take portable fencing instead of permanent fencing. All the resources, time, and energy that goes into permanent fencing, you might as well figure it out with some portable fencing first. And figure out how to rotate through some areas on your property. Keep your income coming. This is a hard lesson for us on the money side. Don't torch your bridge job too early. We thought about that. We almost did it. But then I pulled back. And I think we're going to work this through a little longer before we take that plunge. Talk to real farmers who do what you do. Go to conferences and so forth. Figure out who you want to emulate and be like, and use some of their tried and true lessons to work your own farm. And prepare your body. We've talked about that too. It's physical work. You want to be ready for that. Don't be surprised by it. Come on, Kip. Let's go. That'll do here. Kip. Good boy. So speaking of that night and how we adjusted, we reviewed everything. Our nutrition, our just rotation protocols. We talked to a veterinarian, took their advice. It isn't all about controlling the outcomes, it's about managing risk. You can't control all the outcomes on a farm. If you have livestock, like they say, unfortunately you're just going to have dead stock. And grief's part of the process of learning. And so I learned from that process. I leaned on some mentors, I asked questions, I fixed what I could, and I remembered why I started. That's why it's so important that you define your why. We want to build something real here. We didn't set out to build something easy. Sit. If you face that moment, I would encourage you not to quit. I almost did, but take notes and adapt. Keep going. Get through that challenge. You're going to have a lot more. And then you're going to experience the real reward of the whole process. What I changed after that night saved us time and money. Hey, Bo. What's up, buddy? There you go. Hey, Solomon. I'm going to get you guys some more water up here, too. Here you go. Good boy. Girls are getting into their flush season, so we got them supplemented with some food. So hopefully they'll all have some good twins for us this year. And if you want to think clearly about this, all this stuff we've been talking about, download that plan I mentioned. The key question in it that kind of addresses all this is why. Why are you doing this? We've definitely questioned why we're doing this several times this year. That's what keeps us grounded when the work gets really hard, and it certainly has. It's gotten hard several times. Some of these guys are just more aloof than others, but they say if you pat them on the head more than once or twice, they won't do their job. But I haven't found that to be true. They like a little bit of attention, just like all creatures do. And so we give them a little pat, a little love, and they still do their job. Excellent. All right. Really need to check these girls' mineral. Girls. One of the cool parts about these Advantage feeders is they have a mineral feeder right on the side that keeps the weather out as well as any mineral feeder I've used so far. Oh, you guys got plenty. Hey, girl. Hey, guys. Next up is the more personal one, right? It's the people closest to you that may not get it. And we touched on this a little bit earlier. When I told my family and friends I wanted to commit to this, I think they all were kind of cautiously supportive, which translated to their love for me, but a little bit, hey, you need to figure this thing out. Are you sure about this? And those are the hard conversations about money and resources and time and what happens if it all fails. But they're going to ask questions, hopefully, if you got people that really support you, that you need to answer anyway. It isn't about proving that you still can do something. It's about becoming maybe who you're supposed to be. The farm gives us the space to do that. It probably give you the space to do that and figure out what you really want to do, what makes you happy. It can be messy, though, and real and humbling along the way, but it's definitely a life that we feel like we live for a purpose. Paul Harvey, of course, said it best: we owe our existence to 6 inches of topsoil and the fact that it rains. But if you fill that pool, maybe you should pay attention to it. Maybe it's not random any more than it was random for us. So here's all the truths I didn't tell you last time. The money is tough, but possible. I guess we knew that going in, but it's a healthy reminder now that we're, I don't know, 8 or 9 months into this. The money's going to come tough, but I still think my goal is achievable to get that first dollar on my second year. Your family's going to question it. Those closest to you are going to question it. And loss, whether it's a crop or a critter, is going to test you. It tested us. If you can plan for the money, love the people beside you and value their input, and keep that why steady, you're going to find the other side of it worth it. So do it tired. You're going to do it uncertain, but I would encourage you to do it anyway. If this helped, if you're appreciating these conversations, hit the thumbs up for me. It helps others find the same information, the same videos. Tell me in the comments that those comments from that last video I shot about doing this over 50 were super inspiring. Again, folks younger, my age, and much older, doing what we all dream of doing. So subscribe for the next part of this Farming After 50 story. I'm going to keep sharing my real numbers, my real lessons, and the real heart of the life we're building here. Thanks for spending this morning with me. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you around.
Sheep dreams, grass and sky, building a life where the eagles fly, sweating hope in the soul I keep, counting stars.